I need to beat Danger 5 with Speedy, and there is a really funny thing that I wanted to try out, because the character gains bonus melee damage the more speed you have. So there are a couple of routes. I like to go for the shuriken because you don't need to aim, you don't need to be close to the enemies, and that is for me the perfect weapon for the guy. However, what about the Ghost Flint? Just gain a huge amount of bonus attack speed that keeps you alive because you attack faster, and to me that sounds kind of perfect, right? I mean, it's not so cool that we have negative armor and now we lose even more, but oh wow. Okay, let's do that. Do I want to combine them already? Let's just do it. Let's go all in today. We do have 2 bosses here because I want to be challenged. I don't just want to have a ginormous amount of enemies, and don't worry, we'll face enough of them either way. Okay, careful there, careful, we got this. Is this a run where I can actually go for fully upgraded Ghost Flints right away? Like, with the simple reason being that if I'm so fast, the enemies can't hit me, and we have so much damage that I one-shot them that I don't really need it. Yeah, there's even more speed. Okay, we want to have 1 more of them. Do I upgrade them though? Nah. I also need this. Do I upgrade them already? Am I this greedy? I think it's a horrible idea. I shouldn't do this. But it's too late. You can't change it. Now, 1 in 16 kills will give us 1% bonus attack speed. And we need to build up multiples of them. Okay, so the moment we have like the red one, or if we just find a common one now, or if we find anything, we have to buy them. I will try to combine them right away. And the goal is that we just have 2 red ones at wave 9. Okay, that is the biggest hope. Though that's usually what you do with loud, and we are not loud, so we earn less money. Even more speed, like you just keep giving that to me. Is it still 2 weapons in the shop? It looks like it. That is good. That is lock worthy, but I want to have this. Yes, that is perfect. The bag, if we now get a crate, you know, it's a little bit sad, but I think it's more important that we have more weapons. I don't want to die, and look at our weapons. Do you see what we have? We just need 1 more common one, and we will get a red one. And do you see how much easier this is? Like, the biggest issue, honestly, when I do these runs, and this is one of my favorite type of runs, with the Ghost Flints, is that you don't have enough damage to kill the enemies. But we don't have to be concerned about that, because I just get a little bit of speed and bam, we have all of the damage that we could ever need to do everything in this game. Like, did you see that? 35 damage there, that's insane. More max HP, very important. I will go for the max HP, we just need it. Okay. Beautiful. I don't care about you yet. Actually, I should get it. Just that we have a higher chance to find another Ghost Flint. Yes, I'm building up the next one already, and this has already given us 10% bonus attack speed. But I want to make sure that we don't just die to random shenanigans of too many enemies spawning. It's cool if you one-shot the enemies. It doesn't matter if you don't attack often enough to kill them. So early on, you pretty much need a lot of them just to make sure that you, well, kill the enemies. Later on, you attack so fast, it should be no problem with like 3 of them, maybe 4. Like when the enemies are stronger. Can we get a crate? Perfect, that is bonus money. I love it. Don't get the curse, guys. We can't deal with them right now, so we have to keep our distance. Did we just get a second crate? Okay, well that just happened. After this, we have to take a look at how much attack speed we've gotten now. We were at 10%. Bonus experience is amazing. I don't really care. Armor is beautiful. Here's the problem with the character. We gain 100 negative armor if I stand still, and we just gain 4% bonus attack speed. Range is also important. Trees die in 1 hit, not so important. These 2 are okay. That is a lot of bonus melee damage. That's actually so much. Oh my god, imagine a javelin. Yeah, this one is also okay, but we don't really care, and I don't need to roll anymore. So, in this shop we were really unlucky. Like, we got a few amazing items, but we didn't get a single new weapon. And the problem is the common one just takes so long to scale up, so we don't really want to kill the enemies with it. But since we have so much speed, it's a little bit out of control. One item that I really like on this guy is the speed limiter, because you still gain a bonus melee damage since you still increase the stat. But you don't, like, go up in speed, right? Because it's limited. You know what item I'm talking about, right? That gives you range, HP regeneration, and it limits your speed to your current value that you have. That is the maximum. But the scaling in the game still happens. Okay, fancy movement. I like it. This is the issue, like we waste so many kills at the same time because we don't have enough of them, but that is not a me problem because I bought all of them that I came across, right? We will also need lifesteal. Attack speed is, honestly, we built it up. Yeah, I need this. That is way more important. That is not worth it. Maybe at one point it was. That is... I have to take that, right? Yeah, I think I have to take... Oh my god, yes. So you get combined. Let's hope we don't lose on wave 7, but look at our speed. Do you see how fast I am? Imagine I never limit my speed. Do we just want to do this for funsies today? I don't think this can survive all too long, but actually with our insane speed scaling, and keep in mind there's also an item that speed is converted into percent damage. So not only is it melee damage, which is our base scaling, but it gets further multiplied with percent damage. Oh! So, like, if you have bonus 1 at melee damage, it's not 1 at melee damage, it's actually... Wait, is it a 1 to 2 scaling? I think it's a 1 to 2 scaling. So you get 2% damage, which means 200% bonus damage, so it's actually 300 melee damage, just because of one stat. If you get that item. That's a given thing, you know, we need to get luck, don't kill that. I don't have that many options how I can turn around, because if I lift my finger too long from my keyboard, then we get a minus 100 armor. Oh. Well. Or if you get cursed, that would be so hilarious. Change of plan. Change of plan. First of all, yeah, it didn't happen. But change of plan. We also go for percent damage now. Oh, do I actually want to do that? Here's the problem. Attack speed at one point gets limited, right? Because it just doesn't matter anymore if you get more attack speed. Even if you get 1% bonus attack speed, you only see a 0.01 second cooldown difference. Though this takes very long. And at that point, you can also just switch out the weapon and go for something else. I kind of like just sticking to the weapon that built up the run because it belongs to the family. But if I get a cursed axe, I have to go for that, and it will also solve all of my issues that I can't kill the enemies because it swipes. And swiping is insanely good, and it multiplies the bonus damage we get, the melee damage, you know, the same way I was talking about the speed item. It just takes away from our attack speed scaling, because it will hit a ton of enemies. I mean, that's percent damage, I'll take that. Bonus speed, very good. You didn't get cursed right, we knew that. Let's just try to curse this one. Do I want to look for another one? Sure. I don't want you. Why do I have 5 curse? Oh, because you're cursed. Didn't I have 1 curse? And I got this? Isn't that just what happened a moment ago? Like a second ago? Wave 9, very dangerous, by the way. Tons of enemies spawn. Not as many as on the other map, I believe. I'm actually not sure about that. But usually I end up with like 450 material on the other map. No, I think it was more 500. But I may also be thinking about loud. Now, one issue I see is I keep running into the enemies. And, like, because one enemy stays alive while the rest is dead. And I have to be careful about that because we have highly negative armor still. And it just keeps going down since I get more ghosty weapons. And they lose your armor per weapon. Okay, this is bad. I needed to get the ball there that it doesn't hatch. But now there are more balls that I can't reach, like this dude. Oh, I can't stand still, Mandex. I just accidentally pressed 2 buttons at once, you know. So I didn't want to stand still. Like, it wasn't me going AFK. I just pressed left and right at the same time. Okay. Dude, this is a mental headache. If you think, by the way, that this is painful to watch, just imagine what it feels like to not only watch this, but also to make active decisions while I'm moving around. My brain is melting while I'm doing this. We go for more speed, sure. Good. Good. I like it. Bonus damage. We just need to find one more. Okay, that's kind of funny. I will just take you right away. We need to find one more common one. You know what? I'll take that. I need some lifesteal. It is one of the worst ones in there. That is okay. Is it okay? I don't care about the second one. No, I'm happy about this. So, I don't want to combine them right now, even though this would be a red one. Because If we just find a common one, I upgrade it to a blue one and combine the rest. So we have thrown this kind of out of the window, you know, where I said, hey, we want to combine them to red ones. But usually I don't get them cursed this early. And the plans that I explain early on are mostly for if I don't get it cursed, because you can't expect it. But the plans, they shift, they change the moment we get it cursed. Oh my god, who's getting the most stacks, by the way? I need to check this after this wave. I will assume that it's the axe. Not only does it have insane damage scaling, but it also has a swiping attack. But maybe it's also just a Ghost Flint reaching a little bit further, which I don't think is actually true. Like, I think they have the same range. But they have a different attack, and I think the thrusting gets a little bit further. Maybe. Doesn't actually make sense now that I think about it. I'm probably wrong with that. Who cares? Okay, nice. We just one-shot the dude. How much damage do we have? I know how I will die, by the way. My brain will fry, and I will just lose because I can't do this anymore. 400. You're also perfect. Let's roll, and I will get some lifesteal. We roll again. I have so much attack speed. I have so much percent damage. I will just go for melee damage. So, you got 8. You got 2. You got 7. Yeah, you have a 1 in 10. Like, per 10 kills, 1%. You have 2, you have 9, so you're actually ahead of the red one. Wait, you won. Interesting. It is what I expected, but it's interesting to see that play out that way. We can't really go for that. I could attempt to lock it, but I don't think we care enough. Okay, is this just a meme now? Like, all I need is one common one. No. I need to curse this. I need to curse this so badly. Oh my god, yes. Please don't get cursed, because otherwise I can't combine them really hot wave. So with this attack speed, I don't know if we will be able to easily do this. Oh my god, I'm way too fast. I need to limit this ASAP. But yeah, I'm not sure if we'll do this. If you play loud, for example, after wave 9, you usually have around 150 to 200 attack speed after wave 9. We are on wave 11. The axe does take away from that, but loud spawns 30% bonus enemies, and he has a tag that makes it more likely to find bonus enemy items. I have to be so careful though when I turn here that I always have a finger on my mouse buttons, on my buttons in general. Like, I pretty much have to go diagonal first before I turn, because if you just go from, like, walking top to the side, it actually counts as no movement for a split second, and if you get hit in that moment, you'll just die. Also, I can't stand still, by the way, so I can't just go into a corner. I could do it as long as we can kill all of the enemies, but I don't believe we have enough attacks. Well, we should have enough attack speed, actually. Right? Like, think about any other run. Usually you don't have this much attack speed at this point, and they can do it. But I don't want to gamble on someone jumping in. Well, that helps with attack speed. More armor is good. We have positive armor, actually. You got cursed. Okay. Well, you get combined, because now you're 1 in 6. I will keep you in there. You also get combined, because I wanted to do this, you know, to get them up ASAP. How long do I want to keep you in? That's insane, sure. Good question. Like, how far am I willing to go? Maybe the wings were okay, but I don't even think they're good. You're good for the next turn. You're also good. Please tell me you cursed something. You actually cursed something. Please tell me it is the percent damage. Because this will be our easiest way to increase our damage like stupid. If it's not that, do I just buy it? Sometimes in these runs I feel like there are core items that belong to a character, and here I think it's that item. So I really want to have it cursed, you know, I don't care. I'll just wait until it's cursed, even if this takes 5 years. I don't mind it. Okay, careful here. This is working out flawlessly. Like, on the bottom right, you can always see what stats we're getting on a wave. And we have gotten 4% damage, 14% attack speed, which is expected. I think the Ghost Flints attack a little bit faster than the axes, as in, you know, the attack speed on them. Though I don't think this really makes an impact on who hits the enemy first. It's more like, how long does it take to play the entire animation, pretty much. Okay, you're cursed, you're annoying, but we are fine because we are super duper strong. Maybe we get an amazing red item. Treasure map, you know. I don't actually care about that. Maybe I should have, you know what, I get the harvesting positive. Yeah, ne? We just did that. We actually, why did I buy that? We actually just did that. We are on wave 12 with 1 fishhook. We have 3 cursed items and a 4th one that is ridiculously important. This one we don't count. I didn't even realize that it's cursed. Doesn't this always give 2 armor? Am I stupid? Oh, it's usually plus 1 armor minus 2% speed. That's why I thought a 2 is missing. I don't think I have to explain to you just how insane this run is, right? Like, do you see the damage we're dealing here? Do you understand how much attack speed we have? That was a cursed enemy and we nuked him. Technically speaking, I could go for a huge amount of curse now because we are fairly safe. The only problem that could still happen is that in masses, I don't kill them fast enough before I walk through them. I just realized I have no HP. Okay. Let's build up HP. Do we need armor? I don't really need armor. At the same time though, it would be nice to have. And the maximum weapons that I want is kind of 4. You tend to not need more weapons than that if you scale up your attack speed. And the more weapons you have, the more attack speed you lose, assuming you always kill all of the enemies, right? Because they can store up to, how much is it? Well, okay, with these ones, we only store 5 kills at maximum, like the worst case. At the end of a round, it had 5 kills in it, and it doesn't carry over to the next round. It just starts back at 0. But this one is a 12, you know, so it could be it killed 11 enemies, we go to the next round, goes back to 0, no bonus given. And this is why you don't really want to have 6 of them. But then again, like, it could also happen you don't get a kill that you would have had otherwise, just because the enemy was on a weird angle, you know, because it's positional, this game. So, it's a little bit of a complicated case. That is a beautiful item, by the way. Oh my god, so many bonuses. I love you. I will just take this. You know what? We lose enemies, but I keep seeing it all the time, and there we buff it up again. Do I try to curse this? Honestly, I'm kind of fine with what we have. I don't even know why I bought this. Oh yeah, because we want to upgrade this. That is the reason. Yeah, but aside from that, I don't really care. If it's the end of the round, you're good. It's okay. If it's the end of the round, I will lock them. Like this one here now, I will lock because the cost is already so high that we won't see a lot in the shop either way. That is perfect. Do I just bite it or do I attempt to curse it? I will give it one chance to get cursed and we'll also get you out of the way. Okay, we have 46 melee damage. We have 93% speed. We have plus 2 armor right now. 270% attack. Yeah, I'll demolish this dude. Like, he will not even know what hit him. He will be like, I'm the first boss though. You're supposed to be weak at this point. Now we are not. Okay, why is this so insane? I thought this would be super painful because I am used to the shurikens on this guy. And the shurikens, to be fair, they make it very simple, because if you just have to go for speed to make it broken, it's kind of insane. And the shurikens also don't have a penalty to their, like, to armor, the same way ethereal weapons have. But the moment we get rid of one ethereal weapon, I have plus 1 armor, and honestly, this is enough for the rest of the game. I don't need more, you know? If when I say I need armor, I don't mean I need a ton of armor. I just need 1 armor and I'm okay, that's not true. Most of the times it's a bit more. But in this case, I think we have so much movement speed. Oh, but I run into enemies and strikes. I need to change my mindset a little bit. Did you curse something, by the way? No, you didn't. So I will just buy the axe, that we combine it up to a red axe. That makes a huge difference. But I think it was worth it to give it a shot to get cursed, because then we would have had 2 cursed ones. That is also totally worth it, like that is insane. We don't care about losing melee damage because we get so much melee damage out of the speed. Now you are painful to lose, but I'll not keep it locked because we have to see a lot of things in the shop here. Well, no. Oh wow. Honestly, it may not be worth it, but at the end of the day, it's still, like, what is it, 5%? 5% damage every single round. This is the equivalent as killing a bonus of 30 enemies with the axe every single round, which, now that I word it that way, honestly doesn't do that much. But let's take a look at the scaling of the axe after this fight to see how much is 5, like bonus 5%. Well, I kind of expected I would get hit a lot more by the enemies. I shouldn't jinx it, and the worst thing is, the moment someone hits us, it's most likely someone cursed who survived our hits, so I will get nuked out of existence. But we have a lot of armor. Yeah, we have 8 armor. Come on, for Dexter it is a lot, with a character that started with -3, and weapons that remove another -3. So the armor amount I gathered is actually plus 14. Isn't that mental? We are on wave 15, Dex got 14 armor. Huh? Are you proud of that? Okay, how much damage did we get? You gained 10%. Wait, plus 5 is actually mental then. That's like a 50% bonus to a Ghost Axe. You got 14, you got 13. Yeah, okay. Honestly, what I want to do right now is I just want to get rid of the other one. Well, yeah, was nice knowing you. Goodbye. I told you, I need just 4 weapons. We don't need more. That, I would love to go for that, but it's so not worth the money. Bonus crates on the next round. I like it. Bonus speed, okay. Isn't it crazy to see these stats here? Like, this item is actually about this up here, but then you see the rest and it's like, yeah. Scheiße, you just cursed something. You cursed this. I would lock this, but we hope, we pray to the gods of Brotato. We'll just do it next round, okay? That is one of the items I really want to curse, and yes, I still have the mod installed that allows me to curse items I already bought, but I don't want to just buy items and rely on that. Like, if I want to have something cursed, I still want to do it the good old way, but in the past I always wanted to curse everything that gave me a bonus. And now that I've played with the Void Pearls and got like way less caring about it, I also realized most of these items, even though they're quite nice to have cursed, it doesn't really make a big difference, you know? It's like, oh no, your run is 1% better. Was it really worth it to stress over that so much, you know? That you complain and that it's like other runs... Okay, Dex, you have to be careful, dude. Like, I like how I say it in that very moment I walk into an enemy. The problem is there are also sometimes strong enemies where I panic, and so I just walk away from them in hopes that I will kill whatever I walk into, but some enemies are broken, like super strong, and keep in mind, we may always lose 1 at armor. If I make a flip, then I walk into the opposite direction. That is cool, I like it. Yeah, then I walk into the opposite direction, may just die. That was a horrible pickup, by the way. I shouldn't have done that. Bonus lifesteal... Usually I would say no to that, but I kind of like the idea of it. Bonus HP is also okay, you know. Oh, wow. Is one of you really bad? No, all of these are insanely good. This is a high roll. Oh my god. So, for these ones here, you can have a 5, 6, 7. I mean, it can also be less, but these are the top ones that you usually get. And 5 is very rare. For this one, it's 6, 7, 8. And we got the 6, the high roll. Now, do I care about you? I could attempt to curse it, but honestly I just want to keep this one in and nothing else. I don't quite remember the stats we had on the last boss fight. I think the last time I talked about melee damage we had 44, so we barely got any speed, and this was at 93, but our attack speed and percent damage have catapulted up like stupid. So where's the boss? Okay, I have to be careful because this is a boss where I really like to turn around, and if I turn around I will walk into his projectiles without, or like his projectiles will hit me, but I have -1 at armor. You see that down there, right? Minus 90 armor if I stand still. Now the funny thing is, it may still be the best to just stand in a corner and do this. And I will try this out for science. Like, I still have to dodge the dodges and the dashes, but I think this is actually the best way to do it, because we are just, like, we attack so fast that nothing can happen to me. Okay, this is its own kind of game. Oh, I don't like this, honestly. This was a horrible idea. Like, running around is honestly easier to dodge. Well, it's not easier, no. In the corner, it's a lot easier, but running around, there's a lot less pressure in my head because I keep doing stuff. And in the corner, I'm constantly thinking, I have to move, I have to move, I have to move. But if I move, I walk into stuff. I have to wait for something to happen, and that's not good for my mind. Yeah, so funny enough, in our case, we will take that. That's actually a horrible item. Oh my, we just got an instantly cursed fishhook. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that was almost a perfect fishhook, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, can't really complain about that. We are looking for max HP, good. So, you will be cursed next round, because we have, how much? 67%. Come on, that is guaranteed pretty much, right? Like, let's be honest. This will always happen. Okay, what just happened there? Why do I keep rolling? Don't do it. Starting with half HP was really bad, because we take so long to recover it and we play a character where it's very dangerous. But what I'm excited about is how far can we get with this. One thing I allow is that we go up to 6 weapons, you know, just to make sure that later on we get to attack enough enemies. But I don't allow that we go for different weapons, because the most insane thing we could do right now is we just switch over to the shurikens or the javelin. Alternatively, Okay, let's make a deal. If I manage to find the what is it called? The multi-shot on every third shot, then I'm allowed to go for shurikens or javelin, just one of them, and we will fight the last boss wave, like whatever it is. Like if we get the item on 32, for example, then on 40, I will have a shuriken and we will take on the boss. Okay, don't take me at my word with that, you know, because I'll probably change my opinion on how exactly I want to do that, but it's roughly what I want to do. You didn't get cursed. You know what, I'll actually take you. Because this one may be bad, but it's already at a 1 in 8, so it's most likely like a 1 in 6 later on. Yeah, I can't believe it right now. How did you not get cursed? Oh, hey, perfect. What are you? 1 in 6. And you're bad. This can be as low as a 1 in 10, by the way, so... Yeah, but maybe it's just time to take an additional weapon in. Is it, though? Is it really, though? Nah. I don't care. We don't need more weapons. Like, look at how fast we attacked. You really think I need a 5th one? Huh? What I could do is I could get another axe, because if you check on the bottom right, we get like 4 times as much attack speed compared to the percent damage. We would expect it's triple the amount, right? Because we have 3 weapons of it. But it's so much more because they just also attack faster. If we take a look at the cooldown, this one is at 0.2 seconds, this is at 0.28. Doesn't sound like a big difference, but it's like a 40% increase, right? Like it takes 40% longer to attack again, so the Ghost Flints, they attack a little bit earlier and always take away all of the enemies. Okay, how's it going? 16% damage, 50% attack speed, now it evened out. I guess there were huge hordes of enemies and the axe just swooped in and got them. Okay, nice. Because the expectation is still that but the Ghost Flints also may hit the same enemy, but that's not really true because positional things, but it's okay. How much did we get? 23, 23, 23, 27. Okay, that is the most even result. Like, I didn't expect that. That is insane. Should have taken a crit, by the way. That will not happen. I thought about it for a second, but that will not happen. You can forget about that. 17% solid. Now we are free. 19 million. I honestly don't care. Wisdom. Minus 9% damage, but I will take it out of the way that it can't appear anymore. But it's obviously not a good item. Like, we didn't need that. I don't like you, actually. Even though you're a great way to build up armor. We don't need armor, right? Like, keep that in mind. If you get cursed, though, it's good. Endless bosses. I have to be careful. They deal a ton of damage to me. Okay, so the biggest issue is I can never stand still to just attack them and nuke them. I mean, I could technically do it, like here. Okay. Yeah, wait. I may be a little bit too scared. The thing is, with this negative armor, you only take 86% more damage, which is obviously a lot. But you may expect, like, oh, with this negative armor, you take like 5 times the damage. No, it's not that much. It's not that bad. But this is usually why I go for the shurikens or something like that, like a ranged weapon. Because this means you can just chill, you can stand still, you don't have to run into enemies. And because you have such a high damage from the bonus damage, everything dies, but not at a risk of ever hitting you. Because even the dashers or the shooters, they get killed before they even get close to you. Okay. Nice. I love how the enemies dash at me and we kill them before they reach me. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Be careful. Because I do have a huge amount of negative armor right now when I stand still and just like walk around like this. No, this is working. Is there even anyone who can get to me? Okay, you just died. I don't think... Okay, that was dangerous. That could have easily killed me. Because I tend to panic when the dude starts shooting, and then I just walk into multiple bullets. Okay, the good thing is, when I run through the enemies, we still kill all of them, so that is not a problem. The bad thing is, I think one of those hits, if they hit me, that would have been, like, GG. I mean, it's not even that much of a penalty. Like, honestly, I should do that. We also need to get more range. 8 melee damage, I don't care. Speed, perfect. I still haven't limited the speed. Oh no. Nice, you got cursed. Yeah. Wait, I will be so ridiculously fast and there's no way to stop that. Pickup range, we don't need that. Oh, bonus range. Yes. That is a good one. Okay, let's get all of the unique items out of the way that we get the others that we are missing. I sold you before. If you get cursed, do we have bonus curse chance right now? No. Okay, so we don't waste anything if this fails. I don't really care. So you're 1 in 13. Whatever. You're 1 in 13, so we don't even care about that. Yeah, we just go for the other one, and if it gets cursed, I'll buy it as a 5th weapon. It didn't get cursed. Well, the game doesn't want it, you know. I mean, I did say I just want to have 4 weapons, and the game holds true to that. I really wonder right now how long it will take for me to die. And if you're wondering, Dex, how do you think will you die? Will you kill everything so fast, all it takes is 1 strike the moment the enemies scale up more, 1 bullet, or body contact with a cursed enemy I can't one-shot. So this was only 19 damage. In 5 waves, that 19 damage is like 50, well, not that much at that point. But it goes up insanely fast towards the end. Like every wave is like a 30% damage increase pretty much at that point, so, you know, good luck outscaling that. But we are fine. Okay, there is one exception of a weapon that I would be willing to buy and just sell all of my weapons for because then it's like a highlighted version. You know that we only have that weapon left. Maybe you can guess which weapon it is, but I'm not gonna say it. Either we see it in this run or not, but the moment I see that, I will curse it, and that will be the one weapon I'll have. Now I'm certain you have one weapon in your mind, whatever it is. Okay, hold that thought, what you're thinking, because I'll give one hint that will probably eliminate like 66% of the weapons that people are thinking about, because it's a reasonable estimation, no, a reasonable guess is what I mean. The weapon scales also with melee damage. You know, I'm just saying that because people know I love the nuclear launcher, and it's a fair bait to think it is the nuclear launcher, but it's not the nuclear launcher. Is that worth it? I don't have a lot of crit. It's also bonus range, which we have to build up. No. Here's the problem, I will keep seeing it now all the time and every single... Oh, that's perfect. Every single time I'll think, dude, why didn't I buy it? Because this could have been any other red item, like the lucky coin, by the way. Would be amazing. Not even that useful anymore. Well, no, right now it would be quite useful as long as I build up my crit. Man, I just remembered I still haven't seen the item that limits my movement speed. We could do something very funky. At this point, if I see it, I'm just not gonna buy it. I have to take every single speed that I get, as long as it's not highly negative. You know, if it's like, oh, you instantly lose the game but you get 1% speed, you know, then I'll not take it. But all the other ones, on level ups and items that have no big penalty, I will do it. It's so crazy to me, I walk around, like even these cursed super strong enemies. Did you see that crit for 5.1k? Yeah, that is a lot. I need to get the crit up though to make sure that we always crit, because very soon the enemies, they just have too much HP that we can't one-shot them. How does it always happen that I have like almost a level up but not really? That is nice, cool. That is also nice, cool. That is okay, cool. Did you just curse 4 items in the shop? I don't think a single one was cursed. Maybe this one was... I don't think this was cursed. Okay, I don't even have enough money to buy all of that. Ooh, nice. How do I beat wave 30 though? It won't be a damage issue. It will be a survival issue. I need 2 tardigrades at least. Maybe 1 is enough that I can cowabunga in and stand still. You know, that we attack them as much as possible and hope we nuke them. And the moment I get hit, I will just run away and hope that like, it was just enough damage that I can kill them by passing by. And I think, yes, that's a lot better than just running around and using the tardigrade to avoid like a random hit. Sure, this would mean that it will take way longer to break it and we would survive the wave better, but if we want to kill the bosses, which are a way bigger risk, and the elite that is there, it's way better to stand next to them, like not blindly, you know, if they shoot at me I'll obviously move, but then we are close to them to attack them all the time. Oh wow, that's actually really good. I like it. More speed, yeah, I told you I'll take that. You also got cursed with a 3%, are you kidding me? That's the highest value you can possibly get. I will just get that. Oh my god, yes. I'll also get this out of the way. 5 additional loot aliens is the highest you can get. Usually it's 2. The normal curse value that you get is 4 because it doubles. And we got the 5. The rare 5. Yeah, so we just did that to the bosses, by the way. And if you think that's because of Giant's Belt, look at the damage left. It's not the Giant's Belt. It's a decent support, it's a decent help, but it's not the Giant's Belt that carries us. It may have something to do with our very nice damage number that you can see there, 690%, you know, almost 1000% attack speed. Oh, no, I really wished I could go for the shurikens, man. We need to find the item to shoot multiple times, because then I can even go for the shuriken before we hit wave 30. And even though it will just be one common shuriken, if I have to take it, you know, right before that, even though it will just be one common uncursed shuriken, you will see the utter destruction this thing can cause with multi-shot. Sif's Relic, don't really need it, but 3 armor is 3 armor. I will roll. I don't really want to, like, I want to go for crit. Perfect. Always look out that there's no movement speed that I missed. Okay, good. That is speed, but this is a huge penalty, but I'll still take it. That is not really a huge penalty. I can live with that. That is crit, also good. Very high chance to curse, by the way, because for some reason our hooks, they always curse. Oh my god. Okay, new problem, guys. And the 20 ladies. My screen is getting so blurry that I can't identify anymore where I'm walking. Like, I even struggle to identify our weapons, even where they are. So, how do you play the game if you don't see the game? At this point, I kind of really wished we got an anvil that I cursed, that we get the bonus armor, that I can survive for longer. But it's going fine. Sometimes I hear a squishy sound where I get hit by an enemy, but then we just immediately heal it off. I assume it's with crit kills and just like from material that we heal. But at this point it's still fine, so I think wave 30 is in the bag, that the enemies can't do anything against me. And it will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not so much money though. Okay, I'll take that, sure. You know what, I'll just take all of them. Why not? Every single speed item, no matter how bad. I regret this. Okay, perfect, yeah. Got cursed. Yeah, sure. Every speed item, as I said. Oh my god, that is insane. Do I want to have more? Yeah, we need more percent damage. I even talked about that in the beginning, and since then I kind of just completely abandoned that thought, you know? The percent damage has infinite scaling, while the speed, or the attack speed, is limited. Do you remember the Ghost Flints? They used to be at 0.2 seconds attack speed, right? When we talked about it a while ago, while we looked at how many stacks they get compared to the axe. Take a look at it now. 0.195. Do you remember how long ago that was? And we got 0.05, 0.005 bonus attack speed. To be fair, I also increase our range, and range is a limiting factor to the attack speed of melee weapons, because it means the animation has to play longer, and no matter how much attack speed you have, the animations are not faster. I mean, honestly, it kind of feels like it. No, I mean, it speeds up the animations, but the animations have a minimum time they need to play. That's what I mean. Like, obviously, you speed them up over time, because if you have ever looked at like a early weapon, how long it takes for them to attack, and then you look at this, like, you know, more speed. Sadly, this one didn't get upgraded, you know, we would have lost a little bit less speed, but let's be honest, minus 3% will not be a big deal. Perfect. Do I lock this? No, we will not find the blue one anytime soon. That is insane. I have to take that. That is... like, why are they all so horrible? I've only seen horrible versions of them. Oh, wow, our first coupon. 1 in 9. That's crazy. Do I want to get all of these out of the way? Not really. If I see them the next time, I'll do it. Like, when I have money, I'll buy them. Okay, nice, that was good. I just almost died, by the way, if you paid attention to my HP, so that's scary. 11%, that is the highest possible roll. Do you have speed? I'm not gonna spend that, like listen, that is not worth it. And it's not me finding an excuse. 3% for like 400 material. 1 in 8? Okay, that was bad, it went from 9 to 8. Oh wow, the next one, perfect. Do we need? No, we don't need more. Let's just hope this one got cursed, but we didn't find the multi-shot, so I have no excuse to go for the harpoon. Wait a second, in the boss fight I started with half HP, right? They actually didn't do a lot of damage to me, I just had very little HP to begin with. But yeah, we didn't find the seashell with the multi-shot, so I'm not allowed to go for the other 2 weapons that I, like, wanted to go for, and the one that I didn't explain what it is, you know, but maybe you guessed it already, which one I mean. Which means I have to fight the bosses with this, and it will be a fast kill. That's not the concern. The concern is that these enemies here already deal 43 damage to me. So if a boss shoots a bunch or does body contact damage and I can't evade that fast enough, this will be a problem. Because right now our armor is positive, but if I stand still to attack them and they hit me, it will be highly negative. So that's like 3 times the amount of damage then, you know? Because we go from a damage reduction to like a damage amplification. Is that ever worth it? I would rather like to have the money, but it's a lot of bonus, you know, in general. I don't like any here. I don't really care about the armor. Yeah, we'll just go for the movement speed. Not the one that I was looking for, but it's also not bad. Beautiful, beautiful. We need to find a purple axe. Attack speed and harvesting. Wait, what would happen if we switch them? Who is the lowest HP regeneration? I don't think that's worth it, right? No. The problem is that enemies just deal so much damage to you that you can't out-heal that. Because right now we would roughly heal for like 130 HP per second. If you have, well, okay, we would survive these enemies here, you know. But very soon they would just one-shot us, so it's not worth it. But I could stop bumping up my armor, you know. And then we switch over the attack speed to the armor. If we find this again, which we won't, but if we find it again. I would be willing to do this, to be honest. So, I'm fairly confident. Because I walked left and right, I stood still for a split of a frame, which multiplied the damage I just received. And I just got one shot out of existence. Yeah, but we could have healed it off maybe, you know? We could have maybe healed it off. Well, that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time. Oh yeah, and here are the damage stats. 329, 359, 287, 237, 32.